Wow. Wow. I think anyone who's followed Linkin Park for any period of time knows that this was always a possibility. And we have been trolled. We have been goofed. I gotta laugh. I mean, this is, if you're gonna prank somebody, do it at a high level. And this was very well executed. So over the weekend, Linkin Park announced a 100-hour countdown clock. Huge anticipation from their hundreds of millions of fans around the world, wondering if this is going to be the moment that one of rock's most beloved bands announces a comeback following the tragic loss of their beloved frontman, Chester Bennington, back in 2017. Since that time, the band has been on hiatus. They've been inactive, and there were questions about whether or not this group would ever return. And so earlier this year, we heard in an interview from Orgy frontman Jay Gordon, he says in passing that he had heard that Linkin Park was going to be reuniting and that they were going to be working with a female singer. Several weeks later, Billboard came out with an article where they said they had multiple sources in Linkin Park's camp that indicated they were getting back together and they were working on arranging some reunion shows. They even said they were being represented in those efforts by WME. So the question is, what the hell happened today? So as many of you were watching, the Linkin Park clock goes down to 0, glitches for a moment, and starts counting up. And everyone in the chat is going bananas. Everyone's going crazy. We don't know what's going on. We're sitting there waiting for something to happen, but the countdown clock, count up clock now just keeps going. There's no answer. Linkin Park posted on social media when the clock reset. They wrote, "It's only a matter of time." That's up on their Twitter. And what this all means is really multi-layered, and there's a lot to take away from this. As always, Linkin Park is a band that they're never going to spoon feed you information. We've seen so many times where they have found creative ways to roll things out. But for the big one, and I still think that this is a positive sign, for the big one, if you're going to make a huge worldwide announcement, very few bands have the courage to do something like this, the courage to be disliked where they're playing a prank at such a high level. And they're taking, if you've been on social media, they're taking a lot of shit for this right now from some very unhappy Linkin Park fans. But I actually think that if anything, and somebody eloquently put this on Twitter, if this isn't a sign that Linkin Park is back, I don't know what is. This is classic Linkin Park pulling off a prank at this level. This is almost what you would expect them to do. And there's some real interesting observations that people have made about this clock. One in particular is that as the clock started counting up, myself and many others are sitting there and just waiting for something to happen. Is there some sort of hidden message that's going to occur? Are they going to play some music? What is going to happen? Just hard to believe. I was honestly in shock sitting there like, damn, they really did this. They really did this. I mean, this is, they broke the internet today. I mean, they really did. You haven't seen something like this in rock in a long time. I would say since the Avenged Sevenfold getting hacked and their festival dates being canceled. Highly creative from Linkin Park, whatever this is. Style points, 10 out of 10. A lot of people pissed. Pretty hilarious. And also, I think, still a damn good sign that Linkin Park is coming back. Of course, that's not guaranteed. And I think this is a reminder that we won't know anything for sure, as I have said before, until Linkin Park outright confirms it. But there are a lot more speculations happening on social media now, particularly those of us who stuck around and watched the clock. At the 9-minute point, as someone captured on social media around 9:05, the video glitches. Got it up on your screen now here. So notice the emphasis placed on the 9:05. This didn't happen at any other point. It just started glitching like crazy at 9:05. This is like a Saw movie or something. And so it glitched for about 10 seconds. That's a significant emphasis on the time of 9:05. That either means 9:05 p.m., which I don't think is what it means, or it means September 5th. So September 5th is next Thursday. I would say that new music is always released these days, or not always, but most of the time now on Fridays. I remember when I was a kid, it used to be Tuesdays, but now it's Fridays. And so you could see a big announcement being made Thursday, and you could see they hit it right, follow right up with potentially a new song release. And there's a screenshot going around on social media that is not verified, but it's at least worth noticing in the speculative sense. And it is this song, Healing Foot. Now, this has already been released previously as part of a box set, but this is a screenshot that was shared by a person on X, Linkin Park, Healing Foot, and it says it features 21 Pilots. Whether or not that's real, I don't know. I would say that the album art looks a little photoshopped. It looks a little fake to me. So take that with a grain of salt. But that is something that is being speculated that it can come out September 5th when that announcement is being made. So I want to go to social media for reaction to all of this. We've got Nick Nocturnal. He wrote on Twitter, Linkin Park just trolled the entire music scene. He's absolutely correct. And this is one of those moments that fans, this is a memorable moment. No matter what happens in the future, we have all been trolled. That is for damn sure. And you can see this user shared. Now, this is a screenshot from Discord with Shinoda commenting. This is either Discord or the chat on YouTube. It actually may be the chat on YouTube for that video. Mike Shinoda's verified account puts the eyeballs in the comments while this is happening. So, you know, he's clearly having a lot of fun with that as well. This fan said, I just know Mike Shinoda is laughing right now. I can hear him. I mean, I think he's absolutely laughing his ass off at all of this right now. This fan said, the Linkin Park countdown ending and then counting in reverse is actually the funniest thing they could have done. I hope there's not even an announcement and that was it. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. This is out of the realm of possibility in my mind. I thought they could have done a fake announcement and then done a big one or something, but I didn't even anticipate they could have just started the clock over. So when I see the clock start over, the first thing that came to mind to me is, you know, what message are they trying to send by this? Because no matter what, I don't think, you know, as that person was just joking, I don't think that this was all for nothing. I still think something's coming. They just kicked the can down the road a little bit. Maybe this was not intended to be a prank originally, but maybe something happened, like let's say another major band announcing a reunion, and in the same week like Oasis did, and maybe they wanted to bump that. That's just speculation on my part. But another thing that I think this also could signify is when that clock ran out and it starts over and starts counting up, maybe it signifies a new beginning for the band. And then it also could just be, it's not that deep, bro. But one thing is for sure, my friends, I still think Linkin Park is coming back. In what capacity? I just believe that Billboard report. They're not going to say that they have multiple separate people claiming that Linkin Park is reuniting. Of course, they could have changed their minds, but if they did change their minds, I don't think that they're going to take all this attention. I mean, Talinda shared the countdown clock. I think that something's still coming, but Linkin Park is going to have their fun as well. And you know, the best thing I've seen on this so far is that if this isn't a sign that Linkin Park is back, I don't know what is. But who knows, folks? This is definitely interesting. But what I need from y'all right now, my brain is not enough. It's not even close to enough. It's not even enough for me. I need y'all's collective brain power in the comments right now. Give me your best theories on what is going on. Give me your best idea on what this all means and where we go from here. What is happening with Linkin Park? Help me out down in the comments. I'll be reading. That's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.